saying, I gotta get a little fuzzy in there, get a little fuzzy in there, get a little bugs in there. They got a nest in there. Where's the nest at? I know it's in there. Oh, I'm online. I didn't know that. I thought I was still playing with my beard. Anyway, what's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, reporting live and direct from the Urban-mobile. I know it's late. I know y'all probably said, Urban, where you been at, man? Where's the videos? What's going on? Well, when they took an all-star break, I took a break myself. I went up to the Caucasus Mountain, and I pulled out a bone. And guess where I pulled out a bone from? You wouldn't believe it. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. That's neither here nor there. I love you guys. Keep tuned in. I'm going to drop more videos after I use the bathroom, of course. But anyway, Lakers play the Rockets. I'm gonna say this, man. I was so happy to see James Harden foul out. I said before in my last video, when we played the Rockets before, when people fail to realize the game when we played them, when we fought them, the game when we played them when we just had Lonzo Ball, the Rockets are not all that. And I know some Houston Rocket fans don't want to hear this, but I'm just being honest with you. The thing is that when you have a coach, and I'm being honest because I like Luke. Don't get it wrong. I like Luke, not as a coach. I mean, like I said. First of all, let me backtrack. All right, let me backtrack. I like Luke as an individual because I would never want no man to lose his job, regardless of how crappy he is. Okay, and let's make sure I understand this. I feel that in the day that let him finish out the season, then go ahead and and let him part ways. But when you're a coach, and I'm talking about experienced coach like a Greg Popovich, when you're a coach and you see that this team is running small ball, and you look at your lineup. And your lineup consists of everybody that's over 6'7". Because remember, Bully, I think he's what, 6'7", 6'8". Then you got Brandon Ingram at 6'9", Kuzma 6'9", LeBron 6'8", and JaVale 7'1", right? And you're looking at this lineup and say the biggest person they got on that starting lineup is Capella. I'm thinking like, okay, then why play their type of ball instead of attacking the basket? I said the whole game. When the game was still close, the good thing is that they got James Harden in foul trouble. And I'm going to talk about that in a second because I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear this, but I got to bring this up anyway because this is why I say that sports are just entertainment to me. I don't get so hyped up like I used to be. A lot of stuff I do is for your amusement because I like to make you guys laugh. I don't get too caught up. Yeah, sometimes, your fleshly side does get emotional, but I don't really get too caught up in it. I'm a Lakers fan. I love watching Lakers play, don't get me wrong. And I love to see them win. I just don't like, all the tricks that be going on sometime in all sports. But anyway, Houston Rockets, when James Harden got in foul trouble, I was like, yeah. Keep this in mind. Remember when Paul George got in foul trouble? When Paul George got in foul trouble, I kept saying, why they don't go back, when they played OKC and OKC beat them, I said, why they don't go back and continue to get Paul George in foul trouble and get him out the game? Instead they didn't do that. They let him continue to play. It's the same thing with here. The only difference here is that now, keep this in mind, I'm going to have to make sure y'all understand this, okay? Hear me clearly. The league, for anybody to say that LeBron James and the Lakers are not going to make the playoff, I want you to rethink about this, okay? LeBron James' name alone is NBA. LeBron James is the person that the torch was passed to after Michael Jordan, not Kobe. I know a lot of people want to hear this, but the torch was not passed to Kobe, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. I'm talking about by the league. I ain't talking about the fan base. The fan base know Kobe was good. The players know Kobe was good. But because Kobe got caught up in that little case, you know what I'm talking about, they kind of like threw the torch past him and went to LeBron. That's why if you ever notice during the GOAT talks, they never talk about Kobe. Always talk about LeBron and Michael, because these are the two guys who never did anything. Even though we know that Michael Jordan, well, those who did their research, I can say, but we know that Michael Jordan, the reason why he was, as he claimed, retired and came back 1 year, he really was suspended by David Stearns. But it was a hush-hush thing, okay? And LeBron James, and I'm not knocking LeBron because I like LeBron off the court too, the things he have done for his city and the community. So I respect him in that aspect. And I respect him on the court too. Yeah, he whines a little bit like that, but that's what happened and I don't want to get into all that because it's deeper than what a lot of you say. But let me get back to the game. But anyway, the Lakers, this is the thing. They're not going to let LeBron James miss the playoffs, okay? So here on out, you're going to see the Lakers get a lot of foul calls going their way. The fouls that they weren't getting back then, because, Houston, they got on Twitter and said that they were attacked by not being fouled. Like, what the hell? We wouldn't get no foul call. This ain't right. This is something wrong here. James Harden was the main one, but, that was just the writers. But, James Harden probably was the main one crying because, James Harden, he's the master of flopping. He took it and became MC Hammer. Hammer hurt him, get out the way. That's what he did. He took and became MC Hammer when it came to flopping. You know what I mean? He controls the flopping. But the thing is that they didn't really get him a lot of calls on those plays. Back then, during the regular season, I mean, not regular season, because it's the regular season, but back then, before it started really count after the All-Star break, they were rocking with him. They were getting them all in foul call. But this is LeBron James. You're not going to get LeBron James fouls based on the fact that they want to make sure these Lakers get to the playoff. LeBron James brings revenue for the NBA. For anybody that think not, oh, Urban, you don't know what you're talking about. Y'all need to just watch the script, okay? They're going to make sure LeBron James get to the playoff. That's why the Lakers was getting all them fouls. You know, some of the hush-hush fouls and all that. That's why they're getting the fouls. Chris Paul, man, you see what Chris Paul did with LeBron. They good friends, but goddamn, he almost popped the dude's arm out. I don't know if Chris Paul was trying to hold on to his arm so he won't hurt himself. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, usually when you fall, you just react. You don't think. So, you know, Chris Paul was going down. He grabbed his arm, you know, and probably fall. But anyway, I know he probably called him and, you know, hey, LeBron, please forgive me for my foolishness. I didn't mean to do that. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I apologize. I really do. You know, don't, you know, we still buddies, man. We still part of the, you know, the brotherhood, I mean. Don't worry about it, brother. I got you. Okay, just want to make sure, you know. Don't worry, I'll pat you in the head next time I see you. Oh, thank you. Anyway, I'm just joking. But anyway, they play pretty good. Now, my problem is that, listen, I'm not going to say that because as long as Luke Walton is here, we just going to have to deal with it. We know about his rotation, know about his second unit bull crap. We just have to deal with it, all right? Now, keep this in mind. The Lakers, and I'm still saying this over and over again, the Lakers still do not have a low post player. And you've seen that in this game. They could not do anything in the low post unless it was like pick and rolls or back passes or lobs. That's the only way they was really getting a lot of inside play. And if the guys at the top key like Brandon Ingram and LeBron, they were attacking the basket. But as in somebody posting up, because you see LeBron trying to post up a couple times, didn't work. It's not going to work because he don't have no low post moves. So the thing is that I still say this to this day, they got to get a low post player. They got to get him. I don't care who it is. They got to get a low post player. I know sources talking about they want to talk about getting DeAndre Jordan. I don't understand in the life of me, why would you get somebody else that's 3 generations of players who play just alike? Tyson Chandler, DeAndre Jordan, and JaVale McGee. I'm just being honest. They all play alike. You got to get somebody that can actually play a little bit different than the other 2 centers you got. You got one that plays just strictly defense, can't got no offense. One that got, one that's actually needs you to help them score and, can play defense. Then you got one also who needs you to help him score and play defense. You need a low post player to draw double teams to make your perimeter opportunities much more easier. This is the thing that's going to hurt the Lakers going down the stretch when they play stronger teams, is that when you don't have no low post player that can post up in that paint to draw the double teams to get these guys easier shots. The only thing now, you got somebody like LeBron and Brandon Ingram or Rondo who's going to have to create in order to get guys open to get shots. Because LeBron James, when he goes to a paint, as you've seen with the Rockets, they actually they triple down close to the paint to make LeBron James pass out to somebody to shoot. The problem is that they didn't read Bullock's resume, that Bullock can hit shots. And that's what happened to the Rockets, because they look at the Lakers, oh, well, they're bottom of the line when it comes to shooting. Kuzma's not always hot. Brandon Ingram can't hit at all. And Bullock, well, who's this guy? Oh, I don't know, man. Did we check the stats? Did we read his resume? Oh, I don't know. I didn't read up on him. Well, we might get fired. We might need to find out who he is. But it's too late. Bullock did his thing. So anyway, you're going to have where the Lakers numbers flip back. I'm flip-flopping back and forth. You know what I mean? Like your shoes when you flip up in the air. I'm flip-flopping back and forth only to make sure that you understand that they're going to get a lot of calls going their way. The Lakers going to get a lot of calls going their way strictly for the fact that they're going to make sure LeBron James and the Lakers make the playoff. They're going to be in the 7th seed. They're not going to be in the 8th seed because they not want them to play in Golden State in the first round. So Sacramento going to slide out, but only because of lack of experience. They don't have a veteran. But Sacramento is a good team, and you see it. The Spurs, Price slop in the 6th spot. I think Utah Jazz is going to fall down to 8th. I know because 24 games left, something like that, but somebody going to take a hit. Clippers are not even going to make the playoff because right now they give all their players, they're looking to get a draft pick. Jerry West is the mastermind behind that because he's going to build within the stable. And I see that. He might get a couple free agents here and there, but I really think that Jerry West is going to build within the stable. And we're going to watch, if the Lakers, that's what I'm saying, if the Lakers get rid of their youth, I don't even want to get to that's another video for another day because time is all right, time is flying. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. But they played pretty good. James Harden fired off. That was beautiful. I love it. Don't get me wrong, because I can't watch a game where somebody gets 90% of their shots come from the free throw line. Where they're getting flopping calls and knowing for a fact that a lot of these calls are phony. I just can't watch it. It just frustrates me to watch the NBA go in that direction, where now a high percentage three-pointer is more high percentage than somebody laying it up. Because in reality, let's be honest, with LeBron James, when he was healthy, because I still think he's not healthy, when LeBron James attacked the rim, how many times he get smacked? How many times Josh Hart gets smacked? And I'm not taking up for LeBron James like that, like because I'm a Lakers fan. But let's be honest. How many times when he attacked the basket and he gets smacked? You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even call it. If let's be real. How many times Shaq used to get hacked? So anybody, even JaVale, I'm sorry, not JaVale, even Julius Randle. So when you got somebody like this physical down low and he's being attacked, you have to call him foul because you got to be fair across the board. If you're going to cross those flopping fouls for James Harden, even though a line of fouls, if that's what you want to call him, because he's in his jump position and somebody falling to him or whatever it may be. If you want to call him, then you need to call those fouls also when LeBron James attacked the basket. Now, Josh Hart looked good, man, his first game back. I don't know if he's 100% healthy, but this is Josh Hart I like, the one that played defense, because at the beginning of the season, he wasn't playing hardly no defense. It's like he transitioned his offense and left his defense back in the locker room. This game right here, he played a lot of defense, played hell of a good. And that's what I like from Josh Hart. Don't get me wrong, I like the beginning Josh Hart, just that he can implement his defense back. When you focus so much on your offense, you forget about your defense, and I prefer him to play defense. Lonzo Ball, I think he got like a week and a half before he might come back, or 2 weeks, something like that. So we get another perimeter defender on the perimeter. Well, another, I said that twice. Well, we get another defender on the perimeter. Bullock played pretty good defense. And James Harden was frustrated because, like I said, he didn't get those fouls that he usually get. And I'm happy, because the ref, like I said before, the ref is going to fly in LeBron James no favor. Brandon Ingram, another freaking stellar little game, 27 points. I think he had like, 13, 14 boards. Quiet, a quiet assailant. Oh, that's it right? Assailant. It don't make a difference. It don't matter what you think I said. Anyway, so you look at it like that, all right, you got LeBron James. First you got, what am I going to say? Saw two sisters walk in front of me. My mind, when I see where my mind go blank, I gotta stop doing that. But anyway, Brandon Ingram, man, like I said, at the beginning of the game, they were taking, Brandon Ingram and LeBron. Brandon Ingram was, taking like, shots. I think in the first quarter he had like what, 6, 7 points. I forgot what it was. And then the thing is that him and LeBron James basically took over. When LeBron James came with that dunk, it intensified the team. They actually started taking over him and Brandon Ingram. And the beautiful thing about that is that both these guys started attacking the basket. They started putting the ball on the floor, attacking the basket, and making the Rockets play defense. And I've been saying, I was screaming that all through Twitter, like, listen, man, they got a small unit. And that go back to what I said at the beginning of the video. They got a small unit of starters. Attack the basket. Make these guys play defense. You seen Eric Gordon or LeBron James. LeBron James is 6'8". Eric Gordon like 6'3". LeBron James was to put that ball on the floor, or and once he hopefully throughout the later parts of his career, he learned how to post up, because situation like that, you got a small guy like that, you get down low, call for the ball, man, that's layups all day on them little guys, man. I'm sorry, because he's 6'8", 250. What that little guy gonna do? Flop, fall down every time he get the ball? No, this LeBron James, they're not gonna give their opponent that call, but he gotta take advantage of the mismatch, and that's what Luke Walton wasn't doing at the beginning of the game. He didn't take advantage of the mismatch. He didn't have a touch, and LeBron James shouldn't do this well, because remember, LeBron James is the coach on the floor. These guys gotta understand and realize you don't need to take jumpers on guys that's freaking 5 or 6 inches shorter than you. You know what I mean? You playing the freaking Wizard of Oz. You know what I mean? We represent the Lollipop Gang. You playing them. So if you playing those type of guys, man, you take them down low and you attack the basket. Make these guys play defense. Make them get in foul trouble. Make Mike D'Antoni have to change up his rotation. That's going to hurt his playoffs, his offensive scheme, because Mike D'Antoni was never known to be a defensive coach. And remember, they lost a lot of defensive players. Only 2 defensive players they really got. Chris Paul's not a bad defensive player, but he getting old. Then you got Capella, and you got I can't think of the guy name right now that was on LeBron James. Y'all can remind me in the freaking comment section. But that's basically all you have now. You lost a couple of your defensive players from the previous year. But the thing is, the Lakers supposed to have been took advantage of him. The Lakers supposed to blew Houston out. That's how I look at it. Because you had the ref riding with you. You're supposed to blow them out. The game was not supposed to be that close. I know a lot of people won't hear that, but I'm just being honest with you. The point is that when you got small players like that on you, you attack the basket. You don't take jumpers. You know what I'm saying? Because then you play it into their strip, and then that's how they're able to take leads or come back. You blow them out. These teams are not that strong, man. And I keep telling people, I don't want to hear all that about, a guard-driven league. Yeah, I know that's the way that the NBA and the league and the fan base, everybody pushing it to. But in reality of it, if you got a physical guy down low that can constantly attack the basket and make these guys play defense, is a whole different dynamic of a ball game now. Because now these guys, got to adjust. They can't run all their lower small guard because they got to match up. Mike D'Antoni is not a good coach, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, offensive wise, he's a good coach, because why not you say that? They take 40, 50 threes per game. Like, come on, who does that? This is the NBA, man. This ain't the All-Star week in Jamaica. This is freaking ridiculous. You taking 40, 50 threes a game, you're going to live and die by the three-pointer. So, really, a high percentage shot is when you're attacking the basket. because then you're getting them N1s. And that's what LeBron James was doing. And I'm happy to see LeBron James attack the basket. I'm happy to see Brandon Ingram, you know, put the weight on his shoulder to do his thing. I'm also happy about Kuzma, where he showed LeBron James, like, dude, I looked up to you, but after the situation in which you pulled, my respect for you is now mutual now. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna treat you like you treat me. When LeBron James called Kuzma out, you know what I mean, always, you know, when he was yelling at Kuzma going back at him. Then there was a play where, and a Laker film room might have it on this channel, also it's on Twitter, where Kuzma and LeBron was like at the key. Kuzma had his man, LeBron man was standing in the corner. LeBron man was standing in the corner, so when LeBron man standing in the corner, when James Harden came through the middle, LeBron didn't pick him up, he just stood there. Kuzma yelled at him. You know, like, yo, you see his fist, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, blah, blah, blah. And then the next play down, LeBron James stepped up and took the charge. That's what we need. I'm sorry, man, but that's what we need, because here's the thing. LeBron James will always sit there and crap on the young players when they don't do nothing, but he forget that you don't play defense a lot neither. You sit there and you wander off in the field, you know, off in the field chasing at the squirrels while your man shooting threes. You be forgetting where your man at, or you just walk back nonchalantly, you know, when we getting back on defense. So you need to be called out as well. And I'm happy that Kuzma did that. And Brandon waved them off a couple times. So I'm happy that they're doing this. Not to the point that, you know, we respect you as a man. You know, forget about, you know, brothers and all that. We're a team. It's a business. We're going to make sure that we're going to win. We're going to do things the right way. And I'm going to make sure that you're being held accountable for it as well, because the media, everybody else portrays this big superstar, but they'll never want to talk about your defense. So Greg Kuzma and Brandon Ingram are actually acknowledging, well, they probably been acknowledged. They probably just didn't want to say nothing because, you know, who LeBron is. You know, they looked up to LeBron members, so let's keep that in mind. But they acknowledge that, hey, you know what? If you're going to tell us to play D, you got to play D too. So I'm respecting that. I love that, man. But at the end of the day, we still beat the Rockets. We got the Pelicans. We should be able to beat them today. And the reason why I'm saying that, because I think they only letting AD only play like 25 minutes, something like that. So we get to see Julius Randle again, which is good. I always like to see some of the young players, you know, play and all that, especially the ex-Lakers. That's good. But at the end of the day, we should better beat them, man. Right now, based on the next 5 teams, we should go 5-1. The only team that really should have a problem with is the Bucks. That's the only team. Because if you look at it, I think it's like I forgot who it is, but it's not a strong that 5 team is not strong. We should better go 5-1 if we focus and keep our minds right and play as a collective team, play as a collective group. I'm sorry. So if we do that, we can actually pull one out. But anyway, I don't want to drag this on, man. But they had a good game. Bullock had a good game, man. Like I said, knocking on 3. Somebody that actually is a pure shooter. Like I told guys, I really didn't want him starting because I wanted KCP start, only because I feel as though that KCP been there, but Bullock has been, you know, starting to play pretty good, which I respect. So I got to get my hat off to Bullock. You know what I mean? One thing about me is that I do honor people who play good, and Bullock played pretty good. Sometimes, you know, I mean, I ain't gonna get into all that, but he played pretty good. He was there to hit the threes when they counted. And, you know, and I'm not saying KCP can't do it, because I know KCP can too, but the other one thing I want to say real quick, and I'm gonna get off this video. Now, we know Luke Walton, because I meant to say it in my other video, but I mean, not my other video, but in the middle of this video, but, you know, I'm jumping here and there. We know Luke Walton loves to run that second unit. My thing here, and I'm gonna say this real quick, is that if he decides to run that second unit, Rondo needs the ball. Lance Stevens, don't get me wrong, I like his playmaking skill and all that, but when it comes to him taking shots, when he actually creating his own shots, he's not a good player. He's not as good as when he's usually catching the ball, when he's playing off the ball and he's setting up for a position to take a 3. Compared to if he's attacking the basket, that's a different story. But when he's setting up to take the 3, I prefer that, you know, somebody pass it to him, but he's actually got his feet established. Because when he does it on his own, he's not a high percentage shooter. But when he's actually established, he's a high percentage shooter. So it can work with that second unit. They just got to learn how to play within each other and trust in one another. But Rondo need to continue holding that ball and need to be the playmaker of that second unit, if that's what they want to go by. Also, one more thing. That small ball run. Now, if LeBron James or Kuzma are going to play defense, if they're going to play defense, it can work. But they got to play defense when they go small ball. You know, Luke Walton can't get away from that small ball. So if they're going to play small ball, they got to play defense. You know, at the end of the day, like I said, LeBron James is actually can play the role of Julius Randle. But he got to play defense. You know, if you play the center spot and they play power forward center, they contribute each other. They got to play defense. That's why I'm kind of happy that Kuzma called LeBron James out. You know, like, yo, come on, man, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Because if we going small ball, you got to play defense. We can't sit there and just linger and let teams do what they want. We need to get back to the defensive mind that we had at the beginning of the season. We should not think that because as long as the ball is out that our defense has suffered. Because in reality, it's a mental thing. That's all it is. It's a mental thing. Put your mind back into the game. Focus. leave everything on the floor and do what you gotta do to win the game. But if you want to run small ball, you gotta do it. But only problem I have with that, going back to what I said before, is that when you play teams that got a good quality center or somebody that can, that actually can do pretty good down low, you're going to need, when you run them half court set, you're going to need a low post player. You cannot get away from that. You're going to need somebody to basically be able to score inside. You're going to need that going forward. So I'm hoping the Lakers make one more move or something, to get a low post player. I'm not really feeling the DeAndre Jordan pickup if they get him. I have now, be honest with you, if they'd have got him before Tyson Chandler and JaVale McGee, I have no problem with it because I like Jordan. I like his defensive intensity. I mean, I think that Jordan's probably out of all three of them. Defensively, I think he's the best to me. Then JaVale, only because DeAndre Jordan can play 35 minutes. JaVale McGee, because of the asthma, he only can play 25, 30 minutes, if so. But at the end of the day, Jordan is probably the best out of the three. So if they pick him up, that's cool. But if they pick him up, then somebody got to go. You can't have three centers like that. But I know they're going to probably ride with it. But you're going to still need a low post player. It's not going to work. You need somebody who can post up. Now, if one of these guys can learn to post up, somebody help them and all that, that's cool. But right now, we have three centers that none of them can post up. So we need somebody to post up. And that's it. But anyway, we won the game. I'm not going to drag it. I was already 20-something minutes over this. And, it is what it is. But listen, man, y'all have a blessed one. I'll catch y'all, some of y'all on Twitter. The rest of y'all I'll probably see later on tonight when I make a video after this game. But anyway, y'all take care. Be safe out there. I love you guys. Be blessed. And you know what it is. Oh, my God. She is so fine. She's so fine. Oh, make my eyes go wide.